right where you're looking right now. What's up, world? What's really, really good? It's your boy, Aaron Bevins, the millennial entrepreneur. I'm here with the one and only Saharah Ali. Saharah, how in the world are you doing?
I'm blessed. I'm so
You
blessed.
are. You really are. You really are.
I'm for real. My eyes are puffy. I'm not playing. It's been rough. It's been a rough 24 hours, but God loves America. God bless America.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
So where are you posted out of? What market are you in?
Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'd say 90% of my deals are Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Milwaukee County.
Yeah, 100%. Guys, I'm really excited on this call. Now, we're going to keep it short and sweet. Normally, my calls are a lot longer, but this is going to be about 20, 25 minutes. And we're going to get right into the nitty gritty right after this intro, going over how Saharah, in her first Novation deal that she did, cleared a $20,000 deal. And it wasn't just sunshine and rainbows and chocolate-covered strawberries.
It wasn't hard either.
Yeah, but so we're gonna get into it right now. I'm really excited about it. I think Saharah is gonna drop a lot of value on you guys and gals. And so right after this intro, let's get right to the meat and potatoes.
We made it, that's facts, ayy. We the greatest, that's facts, ayy. Prices raising, that's facts, ayy. That's right. But we paid it, that's facts, ayy. I did. They hate it, that's facts, ayy. Cause we changing, that's facts, ayy. We did. Can't blame them, that's facts, ayy. Cause we made it, that's facts, ayy. Cherry on top, that's a goat, yeah. Where you been, I wanna know, yeah. Greatest story ever told, yeah. Greatest story ever told, yeah. I know you wanna look up for this. Baby, let me turn you up a bit. You said you made it through hell and back. Give me the school, baby, tell the facts. Don't be shy.
No matter how long I've been doing these podcasts, and I've been doing these podcasts for years, since like 2018, that intro song never fails to get me hyped, yo.
Let's go. That lion was everything.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So really quick, Saharah Ali, your energy has always been amazing. From the first time that we linked in Milwaukee, I want to say in like 2021, 2022, something like that. Your energy has always been incredible. Real quick, before we get into this case study on this deal and we start talking value, give the audience a little bit of insight into who is Saharah Ali behind the scenes and what you have going on in life.
I'm authentically 100% myself. That's the best nugget you're gonna get today. Yeah. Is be exactly who you are.
Yeah.
And have a heart of gold, you know. Mm-hmm. So I came from the hood, from some very humble beginnings of, I could probably go buy my childhood house for like 20 G's, you know. So humble beginnings.
And where was that, Saharah? Was that in Milwaukee?
Yep, north side of Milwaukee.
Dang. Okay. All right. From the trenches.
From the trenches, from the projects.
For real. I love it. And so family dynamic is...
Yep, I have two daughters, Sadia and Salma. They are definitely the fuel to my fire, like 100%. Gosh, them days when you're real tired or when your feelings are real hurt, like today, they're definitely like my light for sure. So I have two daughters. It's just me, so it's been an interesting road there too. But yeah, we are a 3-family little unit, and we do our thing, you know. We travel. My little baby might be a better negotiator than me.
How old are your daughters?
10 and 11, but my 11-year-old will be 12 next. Oh my gosh, on the 19th. I'm gonna take them to Belize, go show them what's up.
Hey, let's go. Boyaka, this stuff a wee island.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to go show them. Show them. I bought a little piece of land after our deal. Little piece of land there.
No way, Saharah. That's so cool. Yeah. You know, one of the things I appreciate about you is you're a real boss out here, Saharah. And I'm not just gassing you up, because I would say this, even if we weren't, you know, in front of right now, we have about 60, 70 people online across all platforms. And shout out Twitch, shout out YouTube, shout out the Facebook group, shout out IG, shout out all that. We love you guys. Thank you for showing love to Saharah. You're a real boss because, you know, we've had coaching calls in the middle of the evening, and you know, your daughter's coming in and you're engaging with your daughter while we're doing a training. And you know, it's not easy. It's not easy, you know, raising kids while running a business, while, you know, having your personal life and balancing all those. So before we even get into that, this is just something, you know, that I know that a lot of people can benefit from, because I talk to a lot of people, Saharah, who say, I would be so much further along, but I have kids. I would start the business, but I have kids, or I would take the risk, but I have kids. And it's dope because then I get to, you know, in 2 hours, I get to, you know, hang out with somebody like you who is like, no, you made the investment in yourself. You're taking the risks. You're doing those things, and you got the kids in the back. So
I never
like,
steal time from my kids ever. Like
say that again?
I never steal time from my kids. I never feel like I'm stealing time from my kids. Like if anything, this business gives me the ability to raise my kids. Never had a daycare, never had any like dropping my kids off here and there, like never. Like my kids are in tow, learning what's up. Obviously, like if it's an unsafe work environment, you know, I go into a lot of crazy gutted, like, you know, locations. So if it's not safe, you know, if it's a hazard, they're not going. But when they were younger, yeah, they were in tow. Like, let's go. You're gonna see, you know, what it is. Because I'm not raising, you know, I ain't raising no punks, man. Like they have to know, and they have to appreciate, and they also know, you know, that when it's time to go to work, they know that is what allows me to have no missing any games, you know, no missing any practices. I'm at every concert, at everything for them. I'm their biggest cheerleader. So real estate has been a blessing to my life. I don't know how people with 9-to-5s do it. You know, I don't know how they could do it, because really real estate equals freedom of time. Right. And so my children are everything, and I don't want anyone else to raise them. But real estate, I 100% attribute real estate to me being able to raise my own daughters and teach them some good work ethic, you know. But like I said, I'm taking them on vacation in 12 days, you know. They're not complaining.
Come on. Listen, we could in terms of motivation and inspiration, we could probably stop this call right now about 7 minutes in, because I hope that this inspires so many people, y'all, that Saharah, that this is what I mean, y'all, when I say that she's really out here bossing it up, right? Because again, I hear so many people that say, Aaron, I can't because I have kids. And then you have Saharah that's like, no, I do because I have kids. And it's like, that's the mindset right there. That's that mindset right there. So let's talk about this, Saharah. So you joined the coaching program, and probably about, you know, 3 months into it, you bring me a deal, and you're like, E, I got this deal. Let's talk about it. So let's start from there, because we end up doing the deal together. Where did the lead come from? How'd you get the lead, and what value can we get from that?
So the lead came from a family member, actually, and it was just me telling them, you know, I'm looking to go national. I'm looking to step outside of my regular Milwaukee County. And that was it. You know, you're your best advocate. All I did was talk. I just joined this program. I'm thinking about going national. I'm thinking about trying to dip my toes into different areas. And probably like a week later, my phone, you know, he called me and told me that he had a deal that he needed to get rid of, that he was not interested. You know, I love to play in the gray, right? I do retail because I'm a broker. I also do houses that have no walls, no plumbing, no nothing. I'll sell a shell or sell, you know, $1 million estate. So I do everything in between. But this particular client had a need that didn't want to put $1 into the property, had it on the market for a little while, didn't get the price point that they wanted. And so I said, let me call my boy Aaron, because I don't know nothing about Texas.
So the seller, the seller live in Texas?
Seller
he did, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's start.
Seller lived like 2 towns away from where the property was, which I don't know if that was Frisco or Allen or one of those little places around Dallas Fort Worth.
So let's start here, y'all. This is where the value begins. Number one, so remember, Saharah's in Milwaukee, y'all. The lead that she got was in Texas. So do not allow your limiting beliefs to keep you from making money. Ooh. Because Saharah never even saw the property. She never even saw the property. Actually, can we take it back a little bit further? Can we talk about the first gem that you dropped, that you are your biggest advocate?
100%. Yes.
So can you expound on that a little bit? Because I feel like people
closed mouths don't get fed. Closed mouths don't get fed, period. Yeah. Right. Yeah. How do you drop away? I hate it when people ask me for advice, I start sounding like a hippie, and because I really mean this. Like, how do you tell somebody, I've been selling real estate since I was 19 years old, but in reality, I make my money in my head. In reality, I try to find solutions for people because I have a heart for people. In reality, I literally picture my success in my head, right, before it comes to fruition. But when I say that, like, yeah, you're your own walking billboard. Like, you talk about real estate with any and everybody that will listen. You know, you never know what somebody has. You never know, what their needs are or if you can help them. But if they don't know that you're in real estate, whether it's wholesaling, retailing, whatever, how will they ever look at you as a resource, right?
Yeah, 100%. I love that. And so keep this in mind, y'all. Don't be the undercover wholesaler. Don't be don't be a phantom in this business. Put your face out there. Let everybody know, let your family know, let your friends know, because this deal came from a family member, from Saharah. And she's just talking to everybody about what she does. She's not being a hypocrite right now. She's telling you what she does, and this is how she was able to get this deal.
Same family member sent me a commercial deal in Milwaukee. Dude lived in Cali, the client that needed to sell his $400,000 commercial building, lived in Cali. So same family member. And I thought that he was into gas stations and stuff.
Come on.
So, I mean, real estate, we got to all live, eat, and breathe real estate, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like the people that are afraid to talk about it really don't understand their value of providing solutions. Like, we provide solutions. You're here as a stepping stone to bridge the gap between their major problem, right? Because we're not talking about a $20 problem, right? And a solution. And again, it's not always money. It's freedom of mind. A lot of these people are carrying around, what we see as a property, but it's 1,000-ton brick on their backs. Like, and we're just trying to help give them a solution and make some money while we're doing it.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So let's get into, now that we have a little idea about who you are, what you stand for, and what you got going on, let's get into the deal itself. So you send me the lead, and I underwrite it. And after coming up with the numbers, I'm like, yo, Saharah, this is a deal. Like, this is a 5-figure deal. We can make something happen here. Right. So, but now we also discussed that, okay, this is also not your typical wholesale deal, right? Because do you want to go into a little bit about the condition and the value of the property?
I mean, I would just say, like, it was in a great neighborhood.
Yeah.
From what I can see on paper, right? Like, I'm so used to being boots on the ground. Like, I'll go visit the homes. I'll go visit, the owners. Like, I'm very used to that hands-on approach. So from what I could see on paper, like, it was a great neighborhood. We were probably, I would say, maybe 10 years behind on upgrades. So it wasn't terribly outdated, but it wasn't where it should be, which is why his property didn't sell on the market with the realtor that he had it on with earlier that year. Yep. So it was in the gray. He didn't want to give it away because it was a great property in a great location. Yep. But it was not getting the attention that it needed to sell at the price point that he had it listed at. By the time we got our hands on it, I don't even think that he realized that he was still listed with an agent. So he was kind of, he was kind of surprised. We had to uncover a little bit.
So this is so are y'all getting the sense of, by the way, shout out to the fact that we have almost 100 people live across all platforms showing love. We really appreciate you guys. So are y'all getting the sense of what kind of deal this is? Because it's in a great neighborhood. We're talking about a value of, I forgot the value. I want to say it was around 300 something, 400,000. Am I right?
It was
something like that.
I think we were closer to 5.
Yeah, closer to 5. So $500,000 value of this property. It's 10 years behind in regards to cosmetic upgrades, but the roof was good, foundation was good, HVAC was good, bones were good, but it was a cosmetic, pretty much a turnkey property with just some cosmetic upgrades that were needed. So
perfect novation.
Perfect novation, exactly. So I tell Saharah, this is your classic novation. I'm like, Saharah, I think this is like a $20,000-$30,000 deal all day and night, twice on Sunday. And she's like, all right, so let's get to work on it. So we end up getting it under contract. We list it. And then Saharah, talk to us about some of the challenges that we faced on this deal, because if I remember correctly, it took us about 2 months to get the deal closed and funded.
It took a while.
And be real, dear Holyfield. Let's get into some of the nitty gritty, because I don't want people thinking that
you're gonna make me dig back in the memory box. Hold on. They wanted a home inspection. Let's just be frank. Let's just be frank. And I feel like the home inspection piece is really the biggest challenge when it comes to novations, right?
Yes. Talk to him, Saharah. Talk to him.
Yeah, because we just, that's like the perfect scenario of don't count your eggs before they hatch. No deal is done until whatever they say, somebody sings, right?
Yeah.
Nothing is done until it's done. Because I think that we had our numbers worked out and had everything kind of aligned. I mean, we ended up by the time the inspection was done, they're like, no, there's hail damage on the roof. The seller's like, no, actually, I already had a roofer come out. The roofer the insurance company already declined our claim to put on a new roof. So it was a lot of back and forth with roofing people, the insurance adjuster, and then an agent that really was just out of her tree. Like, I don't know what she thought it was, but it was rough dealing. That intermediary, like having the right agent do your novation for you is so very important.
Yes.
I very much had to like step in and coach the agent in Texas, which was hard for me. If we learned anything yesterday, y'all, the truth don't matter. Okay. It's all smoke and mirrors, man. Like, it was crazy. Like, she just, I don't know, she was a little bit delusional, but so it's hard for me to sit here from Wisconsin it's so dope that like, if you're fresh into real estate, into wholesale, I feel like that's the best way to go. Because you get beat down with all these rules and regulations and all this stuff. So I had kind of a narrow frame of mind when it came to like being able to negotiate this deal. And then once I got that fear out of my head, and I just got to call the agent, and I'm like, listen, this is what it is. Go tell her that. And it was like, I just really had to end up coaching the agent. And I think that we did also end up negotiating with the agent to reduce his commission, because I mean, we were doing all the work and he was kind of scared to do the work for us. But that's just how it is, right? Like, sometimes in this industry, whether you have a license or not, a lot of times it just comes down to like a pissing match or whatever. Like, it just isn't what it is. So we had to negotiate. It took a lot longer than anticipated. And yeah, it was definitely a fight till the end for sure.
So let's break this down, because there are a lot of people who've never done a novation and might be confused about novations. And it's like, okay, Aaron, you teach wholesaling, your community does wholesaling. Why are you talking about working with a realtor on the back end? And why are you talking about inspections? Normally our buyers do their own inspections. What are you talking about? So just so you
solutions, right? So if Aaron calls me and says, Saharah, I have a house that I want to sell for $100,000. It's my mom's or my uncle's or mine. I inherited this, whatever the situation may be. And I go in and I say, dang, okay, if I wanted to get rid of this for cash today, I could probably only get you like 70,000, right? 60,000, whatever. We have our calculation, and you guys have different equations to get you to the number that you want to be at. from an investor side, from a wholesaler side, of what would make sense that we know would be appealing, right, to everybody, to a large pool of buyers. So MLS is a very valuable tool.
Yep.
So if I say, look, you want 100, I know you're not going to take my 50K that I'm offering you, but again, we're here to like create solutions for people. It really is like, I'm going to try my damnedest to get you 90, or I'm going to try my damnedest to get you 80, you know, without, I do not like to overpromise and underdeliver. So I like to be really conservative with my numbers for reasons like we just said, like that whole roof thing, you know, it probably took out like 10, 15K of profit.
Right. Yep.
So I really like to like have that buffer in there. But a novation is like, I can't do the wholesale deal and just make quick cash close.
Yep.
It's not in any type of condition to go on the MLS. And so we're just trying to kind of find a niche, or I shouldn't say not MLS, but not go for full retail price.
That's right. Yeah. Yep.
So we're trying to find the gap. So if I was to say, okay, Aaron, all right, I'll give you 70. We're going to hope for the best. You know, you don't want my 50, whatever number we end up falling at. And now I'm going to open up my buyer pool by a lot by being able to put it on the MLS. So I'm going to get the house under contract from Aaron for the 70. And then I'm going to go put it on the MLS for 90, let's say. And we're going to cross all our fingers and toes, cast a very wide net, and try and capture, you know, we only need one buyer. Okay.
That's right.
So we're casting a very wide net and trying to find somebody, you know, just one buyer that can come in and get us as close to possible. That way Aaron is winning, getting more than the 40 or 50 G's that he was offered from the wholesaler. The buyer is winning because they're getting a property, you know, that's hopefully good bones and that has some equity in there already. So they're getting that property at a great price. And then we're also being paid handsomely for our efforts to basically organize that deal. Yeah,
absolutely. So where the inspection comes in, y'all, is that it's a buyer that was utilizing traditional financing.
In that case, it was.
In this case, the buyer was somebody who was going to actually live in the property. They were using a traditional lender, and the lenders require inspections, and that's where the complications came in. And then we had a Karen who was a realtor on the back end. And man, Saharah, didn't she make our life an unnecessary living hell?
She did, until I don't know, I intercepted an email and had to put her in her place real quick. And
hey, listen, y'all, I already knew Saharah was a boss, but when Saharah finally got her hands on that realtor and talked to that realtor,
man, like, come on.
Yeah.
We are not babies. We are not babies around here. Come on.
So I want everybody to take some value from this, that, you know, whenever you lock these deals up, it's like Saharah said, we're not celebrating until the money's in the bank. Until that deal is closed and funded, you got work to do. Oftentimes there's negotiations that you're going to have to, there's concessions you're going to have to make. And I want to say originally Saharah and I we're excited about splitting a much bigger pie than we did. Now, we're not mad at splitting a $20,000 fee, especially the first deal that we had ever worked together. And I was proud of Saharah, all the work that was done for us to make it happen. But I want to say it was probably like we were anticipating a $40,000, $50,000 spread on this deal. But after the inspection and seller's concessions, and then, you know, and then right before closing, I think they did another walkthrough and they were like, we want you to fix the refrigerator and fix the appliances and window. Remember that?
It was, but this is the thing, right? And that's why, like, I think that's why we ended up reducing our listing agent's commission, because the whole time I'm like, refer back to the original contract that wasn't in the contract. Like, why are you stressing everybody out about something that's not even on paper? You know, like, if it's not on paper, like, I don't know how y'all do in Texas, but in Wisconsin, like, if it's not in the original offer to purchase, like, we're not doing it. But I think that she was kind of intimidating him, you know, thinking that we were doing something wrong, or that we had to honor something that we never agreed to. So
So Saharah, Navu asked a good question, a valid question. She said, "Did you have to pay for the inspection, or did the seller pay for it?"
The buyer will always pay for the inspection.
That's right. Right. The buyer paid for the inspection. So very, very good. Very. I hope you caught that, Navu. The buyer typically always pays for the inspection. All right. We're coming up on time, and already I'm already seeing DMs and text messages come in, Saharah, that people are inspired by you, by what you've done, and this was the reason why we did this. I want to honor your time, but let me ask you this, just a couple quick fire questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the audience will really appreciate this.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing what you know now, after you have your first Novation deal under your belt, is there anything you would have done differently, or is there any are there new expectations you have in this business after getting this deal done, making it past the fire, and now you're equipped with the wisdom of the experience?
Nope. Every single deal is different.
Yeah.
All you just be ready, right?
Yeah.
Just be ready and don't count your eggs before they hatch.
Yep.
I guess just believe in yourself, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's in Timbuktu or in your backyard, like if you know what's right and you know what's fair, like just go with that and fight for that. And always refer to the contracts.
Yep.
But besides that, like, no, I would say just we're always going to get stuff thrown at us, and there's never any type of blueprint for this business other than standing on it, working hard, and doing the right thing, essentially doing the right thing for everybody to create like win-win-win situations. If it's not a win-win-win and somebody feels like they're losing, it's not a good feeling for me.
100%. A couple more things that I want to ask you. Do you have any books that you've read throughout your career as a professional woman, or just as a developing woman in general, that you would recommend for people who are watching this and inspired by you and your journey, that you'd recommend?
You're never going to believe this. Because think rich, grow rich. Absolutely. There's from Don Miguel Ruiz is the 4 Agreements, which I've read over and over. And every time that I read that book, like it comes to me, the 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. But the most recent book that I read that really helped me understand, because, I'm a woman. Okay. I am never in competition with a man. I'm not interested in being a man. I'm not interested in competing with a man. I have a completely different philosophy on, like, I don't hoard money or hoard properties. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like men very much are like, I need to leave a legacy, and I respect it. I love it, but that's not me. I hope, I'll leave, my legacy will be my daughters, to be like good contributing citizens. But what, men are from Mars and women are from Venus. That book has helped.
I've never read that one.
It's a classic, and people are like, oh my God, that's so outdated. Like, I told my girlfriends, like, they're like, what are you reading? I'm like, this simple ass book from back in the day. But it really helped open up my eyes and help me understand, why I do have, like, because, a lot of men, like, there's a little power struggle sometimes.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, and a lot of people who feel like they have to walk around being who they're not have issues with authenticity.
Yeah.
And I've really had a hard time, like, understanding the challenges that I come across with some men. And after I read that, I'm like, okay, I've picked up a lot of good little tools, I think. So not what you would expect.
No, that was so far away from what I was anticipating as an answer, but that's dope, because now I'm gonna have to add that to my arsenal of books. I have one more question for you. And that is, you have a lot of people who are watching right now across these different platforms, and thousands of people who will watch the replay of this from different ages, different backgrounds. Right now we have like on average like 8 different countries that are tuning into this series and these lives. So but we all share something in common, Saharah, and that is that we're entrepreneurs, we're rebels. And we want more. We want something better. We're seeking something more and something better than what we have now. What advice would you share with with those who are watching this, if they are getting new into business or they're struggling in business, they're having a hard time, what advice would you share with them?
Get real comfortable being uncomfortable. That's it. And keep watching Aaron. I mean, you're super inspiring to all of us, which is why you have the platform that you do. So, I mean, be fearless, right? And be comfortable being uncomfortable. As soon as you pass that threshold of, oh my God, I can't do this. Oh my God. And once you say it and nothing bad happens, and sometimes the bag follows, it's like, all right, what else can I go do? So that's it. Just be comfortable being uncomfortable and be fearless. Like, you have nothing to lose. Nothing.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. I love that so much. Actually, I needed to hear that right now, because even now we're right where we are in business. It's, you know, we say that we want one day it'll get easy, and it's like in business, like it just doesn't get easy.
It's the journey. It's the highs, it's the lows.
That's right.
But the winners always come back, you know?
That's right. That's right. Yep. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. Saharah, you are amazing. I appreciate you. I want to encourage everybody who's watching this that if you want to be a part of the community that Saharah is a part of, that I'm a part of, book a free strategy session with me at yourwholesalebiz.com. It is free. I do have something to offer you if I feel like I can help you, if I feel like I can work with you. But maybe I can't. Maybe you're not somebody I can work with. And in that case, I'll point you in the right direction. But I would love to be able to meet with you and work with you. Saharah is somebody that I have enjoyed working with and around, because when she says she keeps it all the way 100, y'all, she has not one fake bone in her body. She came on the call one time. I just got to share this real quick before we wrap up. She came on the call one time. I want to say, I don't know if you were in Mexico. You were somewhere. She comes on one of the calls, y'all. She's sipping on a little some. And she's like, she's coming in with all the energy. She's in her bikini and she's like drinking tequila with her homegirls. She comes in and she's like yelling.
Oh, bro.
No, but we appreciate it because you are who you are, and we need that diverse energy in the community, and we love you for it. So, Saharah, keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for coming on here and inspiring the people. Final words. What final words do you have before we wrap up?
I love all of you. That's all I got. All love, no matter what.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And the world needs more of that, especially right now.
Yep.
100%. Until next time, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for showing love. Please, if you're not home yet, drive safe. People are crazy out here. Love on your loved ones, because tomorrow is not promised. Brush your teeth, and for goodness sakes, don't slap nobody. Until next time, let's get it, y'all. Deuces. Thank you, Saharah.
Thank you.
We made it, that's facts, ayy. We the greatest, that's facts, ayy. Prices raising, that's facts, ayy. That's right. But we paid it, that's facts, ayy. I did. They hate it, that's facts, ayy. Cause we changing, that's facts, ayy. We did. Can't blame them, that's facts, ayy. Cause we made it, that's facts, ayy. Cherry on top, that's a goat, yeah. Where you been, I wanna know, yeah. Greatest story ever told, yeah. Greatest story ever told, yeah. I know you wanna look up for this. Baby, let me turn you up a bit. You said you made it through hell and back. Give me the scoop, baby, tell the facts. Don't be shy.